All right, you guys, we are live. We got Ring of Honor, episode 61. I've got Jamar here. How are you, Jamar?
Pretty good today. Excited to see what they're doing with Ring of Honor.
So am I. We have the local industry back in the house. That's interesting. We haven't seen them together in a while. People
I
have been
saw
thinking that maybe they broke up.
I saw a little clip or image somewhere. I was excited about seeing Outrunners today. One of the reasons I'm here, actually.
Oh, I had no clue they were going to be on the show.
Yeah.
All right, Anna Jay, I knew because she was on the show last night on Dynamite.
Oh, let me move this.
It's interesting that we're seeing Anna Jay on like everything now. I don't know if you've noticed.
Maybe
They're
they're
using her
doing
a
what
lot.
maybe they're trying to do like what they did with Shoddy, Big Shoddy. Give him a bunch of wins and then like let him do something at a pay-per-view.
Oh, maybe the TV title against Billy, something like that.
Well, last night didn't she have a moment with the Tony Storm, right?
Oh yes. Okay, so she is going to have a match with Tony Storm. If it's not Collision, then it's next week Dynamite. Can't remember which one, but they did show that. I forgot.
Oh, it's cheesecake. And they're doing something with him as well. They seem to be putting him on a little bit of a singles thing. So
I hope
maybe,
his partner's not injured again.
I hope not. But they haven't mentioned or like, yeah, like when.
What happened to his partner? We haven't seen him in action. We've been seeing Isaiah Cassidy doing singles action.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I never really thought about that until just now. Now that we're seeing him again by himself.
And his partner, the last time I don't remember, but the time before those, I believe he was there in his corner.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got Robert Brown in the house. Hey, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
He said Anna J probably threatened to quit or something. Mr. Aldi's office in the house. It says, "What up, Queen Tati and Laura Jamal?
Hopefully
How are
not. I
you?"
mean, hey, Mr. All Days Off. Hopefully not. Hopefully they're just seeing something in her because she's one of the younger wrestlers, but she's over delivered in a bunch of really good matches.
There's
Oh,
Commander.
speaking of which, where's Ty Conti? I mean, with a child and everything, but will she be coming back one day?
I don't know. We were talking about not her specifically, but like women after giving birth, like they don't typically come back within that first year.
I think someone mentioned a year and a half. There was like an average then.
Mm-hmm.
A year and 4 months, a year and a half, something like that.
I I just can't stand Commander.
Well,
I don't want to see him win.
I'm a little excited about my main man here, but then like it's so weird because on the Collision Dynamite, you know he's gonna lose. Rampage
Hmm.
50-50. Here he's probably gonna win. So
Most likely, like at 99% sure he's going to win.
hopefully not. It'd be nice to see. I mean, it. Hopefully they are like honing in on that. Big Shot, he got a chance. He had like 5, 6, 7 matches in a row, week to week, and then he had
Mm-hmm.
that pay-per-view match and he got the show out. So maybe they're seeing a few of the younger stars and they're doing something like that for them. I hope.
Well, but what are they going to do with him now? Well, wait, he was on Collision the other day, right, Lee Johnson?
Yeah.
Ew, Commander's doing his dance. Ew. You know, it's funny because I was telling you earlier that my daughter and I we were just watching clips from Dynamite from yesterday. And as soon as Commander came out in the gauntlet match, I was just like all upset about it. He's like, "Well, what's wrong with him? He seems nice." And I'm like, "Nice is not good enough."
And he's just put in such a weird spot. I appreciate him. I really do. I like him. I
Hmm.
enjoy him. But he's not a consistent character. And he's not a character. He's
And not a
just,
character at all. He's
yeah,
just he's there.
yeah.
He's not bad. It's just a little annoying with how they book him. So like on Ring of Honor, it's just like when you see him, he will be winning. Like
Mm.
no ands, if, buts about it, which is annoying.
He could, if he had a story, if he had an identity, he could be something, I think. But
So
nothing's put into him.
with that being said, do you feel like a lot of luchadors kind of get lost behind that
Oh,
mask?
yes. Oh, well, in AEW, just because there's nothing done with them. Is they're all
Hmm.
given the hype man, and
The
without
same
him,
hype man,
the same
literally.
person. And so it's even Shibata's got that like cell phone gimmick right now. Like you can do different things.
Right, but that's actually something Shibata been doing for years. I think he can. I think he can actually speak English, maybe not perfectly, but he's been doing that translator thing for a long time.
Oh yeah.
But in terms of the luchadors, you know, this is gonna be sad to say, but a lot of people just look at them all like Rey Mysterio, literally,
I
literally.
I appreciate the difference in styles. There's some like even with the Ray Phoenix and his brother Penta. Like between the two
Mm,
of them, I can tell you I personally enjoy Ray Phoenix a bit more. But
really,
yeah, for me personally,
very interesting.
I
I
believe.
prefer Penta. I think he's
Oh,
more versatile. Like in terms of working with other wrestlers, he can work with any style with no problem. And that's what I like about him. I like him a tad bit more than Ray.
you know what I think it is for me? I think for Penta, he's got so much of a stylized thing to him, like his
Hmm.
taunts, and
Yeah, he got a nice swag.
he does. But for me, I think I'm just like, and his brother, conversely, doesn't have it. Like I don't think he has lots of those things. So I kind of just see his
Yeah, he doesn't have a
performances
big
more,
personality like Penta.
except that he's more, strangely enough, personable to me. I don't know. Maybe it's the younger
Hmm.
brother thing. Maybe it's how like they usually set him up to take the heat, and he's usually his brother Penta's getting a hot tag.
Oh
They
God,
must have
Isaiah Cassidy's about to do something weird.
they must have taped this a little bit later in the night.
This must have been from Saturday. Do you know when Collision is coming on this Saturday? Because you're saying like the playoffs is on first, and whenever that finishes, when they will go live.
No, I just
Lord
know
knows,
about Rampage, and I kind of like the idea of the Rampage being on Saturday nights, but
but it's coming right after Collision, which I feel like
mm,
is weird. I feel like Rampage should be first, then Collision, if that
oh,
even
true, true.
matters.
Although it's going to be live this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's
Yeah.
done like that, I'm okay. But then
Mm-hmm.
it's not Rampage because Rampage is a
It just feel
extension of
like right a
Dynamite.
3 hour Collision.
It's a
That's
very
what it feels
strange
like.
situation. It's lovely, but it's sad because they don't have like much of an audience to work in front of right now.
Right. That's why you see it's so dark like that. So people can't tell. That's why I said, like, just go back to Orlando, have the smaller crowd. Sometimes I feel like looking out into the crowd is a little bit more distracting when you realize there's like 3 people in the crowd watching the show. That's a little bit distracting.
I imagine
But
that
it,
would be better
and by the
than
time
having it
they,
all be black though, because at least you have faces. Right now, it's just so dark.
I've seen it worse than this before, where it's even darker. where you literally can't see like the first past the first two rows.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is that by the time they're taping Ring of Honor, there's not that many people left. They don't already sat through Collision, and they're probably ready to go home. It's Saturday night. There's other things to do, I guess. I wouldn't know.
Mm. They use Commander in such a utilitarian role.
He's
Like
there to help
it's
a lot of people get over.
I mean, it wasn't a shock to see him come out yesterday on Dynamite, but once he
hmm
did come out, it was like, oh, okay, Arthur's gonna beat him up. He's gonna do this, that, and another. But he's just there to make everyone else look very good in the match. Himself
Yeah.
too. Himself
And
too.
he looked great last night.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know if you remember the gauntlet match, which was actually the best match to me last night.
Yeah, I love the Gauntless match. It was
I can see them do it
yes.
again. It was way too predictable when Will Ospreay came out. Then Commander came out, and I was just like, well, maybe Commander has like a 1% chance and Osprey 99% chance.
It was nice seeing Jay Lethal in there. That was really nice.
That surprised me because they never really do anything with him without the Stooges. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, okay. He got the opportunity to be out on his own.
So, do you think that Do you think that elevated people or brought Osprey down by being a part of that?
Oh no, I didn't think it
Okay.
elevated. Well, I think it did elevate some people in the match. Did you see Kyle O'Reilly in there? Who's great. Jay White was great. Oh my gosh,
Jay White
Isaiah
was
Foxy
really
won?
good. Jay White was really good.
And that makes me miss Jay White more doing singles matches. I don't mind him doing the whole Bullet Club Gold thing, but he doesn't need to be in a group. At least not trios champ.
Well, it made me think like they kind of missed out because he is not hovering near the top of the card, but when you saw them, well, for me, when I saw them together, I was like, okay, I guess it is like being headlines of pay-per-views.
hmm So yes, Robert, I'm also live on the Hardcore Sports Network as well. So Jamar is over there too. We got Sean in the house. It says hi. How are you, Sean? Robert Brown says she got buried by Chris Jericho. Oh, I'm sorry. Hangers on, Jared Slowpoke. You talking about Anna Jay? Well, you know what? Honestly,
Oh,
anybody who works with Jericho gets buried. So
yeah, she didn't come out of that much better than when she went in, and she was really hot right before that too.
yeah, I agree. But here's the Bang Bang Gang showing their titles.
Oh, I hope they consolidate or put them together.
They gotta do something with these titles.
Yeah, I love Austin. Wait, which one's Austin?
You tell me. I was just saying the other day, like I always confused between Colton and Austin. Like I can't really remember who's who. And I feel the same way with the Young Bucks too.
The nice thing though is that they can start saying that they are.
Okay, so I think the
I'm
taller
okay
one
with
is
that.
Colton, the one with the
Hmm.
braid. Oh,
The
you watch
Road Dog
Colton's
Jr.
style? Yes, that's what I was about to say. Oh my gosh. He is a carbon copy of Road Dog. Even his moves, you have to really pay attention when he's in the ring. So it's not just the looks. In the ring, he has a lot of Road Dog's moveset too. Oh, well, here comes Dark Order. Let's see if they're heels or baby faces this week.
Hopefully they'll keep him healed. But then,
They're not. Okay, wait.
uh,
Let me say this.
mm,
Everybody that came out last night after Tony Khan got his ass whooped were baby faces, right? And why was Alex
no, there was
Reynolds
one
there?
person. Yeah, that was a big
That's what I was
question.
saying. Like, I
Yeah.
was just like, you kind of feel like you don't fit in this group, you know? It's interesting.
It's like he
He
was
was the
chatting
one
with.
person that wasn't a baby face that came out.
Oh, did you see? Is it Charlie Murphy?
Oh.
Charlie Bravo. Did you see Charlie Bravo's face when he
Oh yes, I think he. What did he not notice that Papa Khan was gonna be there or not? Like when I saw him, I was just like, "Did you just get here? What?" I don't know.
I love that moment though. It's like, oh damn.
They're doing whatever it took to make it real. Oh well,
Yeah.
actually, I don't know if you watch football or whatever, but they had like the draft today.
Mm.
Was Tony Khan there?
Oh, they're
I've been
supposed
waiting
to
to
be.
hear.
Yes, everyone's been commenting that he should keep
Put a
the
neck brace on, or just
yeah.
keep the whole charade going. You know. Well, here's Top Flight.
I hope so. I hope so. That would be awesome. And he doesn't have to do much. It's not like he has to be invalid or anything.
Right. Okay, so
Hell,
Sean
Vince
says
did it.
Commander can fly. Yeah, Commander's great in the ring, but he's I don't know. I get annoyed when I see him. He said I was at the 420 Collision Rampage show. Oh, that must have been a good show. He said, yeah, Lee Johnson and Big Shotty was at that. Oh,
Mm.
Rampage. It was Rampage, not Collision. Okay.
It was that 4-way.
That's what it was. Okay, so that's interesting because he had been winning all these matches in Ring of Honor, and then he lost that match against what's his name, Kyle Fletcher, and then here he goes, and he's on Rampage. This is the first
Yeah,
time I've seen him on AW in like I can't even tell you when was the last time.
that's a good point. Yeah, at least he got to be out there with Rob Van Dam. Yeah, that's probably a big thing for him.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so we got Top Flight versus the Dark Order. I'm guessing they are heels. Then I don't know. It's weird. They're very flip floppy. The other week, everybody was cheering for Evil Uno, which we never really hear. I think they were in his hometown. Whatever. He's actually been doing pretty great with singles matches, but they're not consistent with these guys.
Action Andretti's hair. I don't know, man.
You don't like it?
It's for him. It's not for me. I don't know. I don't.
It's for
I
him.
could never imagine pulling that off for myself.
Oh, you never know.
I would like if I was him. I would make it a full-on mohawk.
It's sort of kind of there.
Mm.
They I don't know what it is. Watching last night after the show was over, I was so intrigued about how the show ended. Like, I'm not mad about it, and I'm not necessarily happy about it either.
I'm
I'm
so like
more of
what?
a yes, I'm surprised, but also like I think I keep my opinions until I see where this goes. You know,
Mm.
it's one of those type of things where it's like it's the one thing that I thought Tony Khan should never do, which is include himself in storylines. But here we are.
Well, the
Here we
good
are.
news, technically, I was thinking about this, is like he doesn't have to be a super character. It could all be done by a proxy, which I'm
Hmm.
wondering if Kenny Omega is going to be.
Oh yes, because Kenny's going to be there on Wednesday,
Yeah.
so that's going to play a part in this. Absolutely. I can see Kenny maybe confronting the Young Bucks or just cutting a promo and talking about what the Young Bucks did and trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with these guys. Something like that.
I like they're trying to give Evil Luna a little shine. Mm. I'm okay, by the way, with the Tony Khan sell of the punch. I know what it's like to be shocked by something and not realize what's going on, and then to be like, oh, like I know what it's like to have that moment of the delayed like
You
reaction. So
know, after watching that a million times already, I don't know. I'm just like, you know what? This is the first for him. He'll get better, I guess.
I didn't find it funny when I saw it. I was just like, oh, okay, so. I didn't realize like there were people who thought it was like the most hilarious thing known to man.
Well, I actually thought he was just gonna like slap the shit out of him. That's what I thought he was gonna do. And my daughter thought the same thing too. But he hit him with a microphone to his stomach. That's what it was.
Mm, a nice
And
little gut punch.
yeah, and the way he reacted, I was just like, all right, this is first time. I'm not gonna make a big deal of it. Actually, Andretti, look, he got some really cute eyes.
I like that they have the matching. They need a name. It's not Top Flight with Action Andretti.
Well,
Oh,
that's how I always refer to them because technically he's not part of Top Flight. And I figured, what would they call them? Because I think Top Flight's already a really great name.
oh, I've been thinking about that too. Yeah, Top Flight Action. I think it's right there. I think it's right there. Top Flight Action.
Oh, I never even thought of that.
Yeah, I think it's
Well, that's
right in
not
front
bad.
of them. But I was actually workshopping a bunch of. Oh, all right.
Oh
Bring
my
it back, Evil
god, that
Uno.
that type of DDT. I mean, if your head's not hurting after that, it wasn't done right. Wait, do you see them winning trios?
Top Flight.
Yeah, before winning tag titles. Evil Uno. Damn. So all three of them are going at Evil Uno right now.
I
What
could
is
see it
he
one
doing?
day.
So the thing for me is, I kind of feel like they'll probably win trios titles before end up winning tag titles. I just feel like no matter how talented they are, they almost further away from winning gold.
Well, they're featured, but they're still not really. I don't know. I thought it was weird when they came out just to put shine to that thrown together trios of Adam, who was that, Kingston and Chicken.
And Mark,
Yeah. I thought that was like strange. Like you're asking people to split your applause, and it's like
it's I
you're
get
forgetting they
it.
have a character.
I get what you're saying. Thing is that they really want them to go like against a legit trios to help make them look good. I thought it was a really great match though,
The
and they
both.
were able to hold their own.
What about? Well, I almost said Beer Country. What are they called now?
Oh, Iron Savages.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Have them go against Iron Savages, which is like a bit of
Oh,
a
they're a
meteor.
great team. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
can see that too.
they kind of match more with House of Black, with like big dudes that
Oh
they had to
yeah,
overcome.
you're right. All right, Top Flight takes the win. See, I had to think about it. I had to think about not saying Top Flight and Action Andretti. These guys, they need to give them an opportunity to. Maybe they just look at them like young kids in the ring.
Mm.
They're men, and they're really good. They should give them opportunities to, be in storylines. Oh, they're already going for the titles on Collision. Well, that's interesting. They won't be winning. At least I don't see that happening. You?
On Collision, that's so strange. Why not leave it on Ring of Honor? Oh, anyway, I'm not going to get into that. I really think they should keep these belts on Ring of Honor, personally.
Yeah, but they're unified now, so they can
Mm-mm.
literally take it anywhere. That's a thing.
I would like them to be featured on Ring of Honor and then ever so often brought out for like close to a pay-per-view or something if you're going to do something like that.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, Ballet
So,
Dancers in the house. Says, hey, Tati and Laura Jamar. What's going on, Ballet?
hey, ballet.
Barbara says, Tati, if I may ask, do your daughter want to be a wrestler when she grows up? Absolutely not. She wants to be either a scientist or a Japanese pop star. Whichever one, I guess.
I'm down
I'll
with the
support her.
scientist. Be both.
Right? Let me tell
Be
you, my
a
daughter,
Japanese pop star scientist.
she really loves science a lot, and she is into marine biology. She could probably answer anything about that. She's into dinosaurs. She can answer anything about that. Um, and she loves astronomy as well. So I don't know what type of scientist, but the Japanese pop star thing, she's practicing that literally every day.
Put it
Y'all
all
probably
together.
even hear. Y'all might have even heard her singing in the background one of my videos because she just gets on that karaoke machine and she's practicing.
Make her. Oh, get her to do a theme song for you one day.
Oh God. No, thank you. Oh man, I love her, but she doesn't have that great of a voice.
Theme song and a logo. I'm waiting for these things.
Oh man, I'm so picky about the whole logo thing where I mean I've thought about a few things, but nothing's really stuck out to me. So I guess I'm not in a rush to do that. Well, we got Anna J here against Allison K. Allison K, she's really talented. Um, Hopefully this is not a squash, so
Hmm.
y'all can see how great she is in the ring.
I love her in this blue.
Right? It almost seems like every time somebody's wearing blue, it looks really great. You can't mess up blue.
I was sad Penta wasn't in his blue outfit
Right, the blue
for
one, and then
Dynamite.
he has an orange one. I think that's his best looks.
It's good
Well,
to
to be
see.
honest, Anna Jay, she needs to be in the ring more. She could definitely improve. I don't know if you was paying attention to her match from last night with Mina. I didn't like it.
Oh, really?
No, because well, I don't know if you remember some of the matches that we've seen with Mina here in AEW, but Mina, even in Stardom, has a quicker pacing about her where it's like she had to be slower to work with Anna, if that makes sense. So
I
it's like she's not, and she wasn't moving in the way you're used to seeing her.
I had wondered about if there'd be a Styles clash, but I
Hmm.
had wondered if there would be a clash. But I was happy with seeing Anna yesterday. I was happy to see a lot of what was going on with the women's division yesterday.
Right. We see a lot of women throughout the night, you know, Tony, Serena, Mercedes,
I felt
Statlander.
I felt bad for her match because it got eaten by the picture in picture.
Well, the women's match.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's the thing too, because it's I don't know, because usually the women are in the ring for a shorter amount of time compared to the men matches. So when it is picture in picture, during their match, it takes a good chunk away from the match, which is unfortunate.
Looks like Kay's getting a bunch in on this one.
Hmm.
Oh, oh, oh!
Oh, okay. She is just sucking it to her face.
Wait, what? No!
Damn, she
Oh,
got the Queen Slayer on her.
all right, all right.
I'm gonna just be honest. Like I don't think I could tap that quickly into a Queen Slayer. It's just a very basic chokehold, honestly. And she tapped so quick.
I between the Queen Slayer and what is Julia Hart's? What is her finishing move?
Heartless.
Yeah, between those two, which one do you like more?
Heartless is better. I
I'm a
think it's
fan of
better.
Heartless person, just personal. But that's the thing, like, you know, she's put out really, really good matches. Anna Jay, honestly, I've seen some really excellent matches with her, street fights.
Hmm.
Otherwise, she had a really great showing. I think one of her first showing with Jade, second one was okay, but the first one with
Hmm.
Jade on pay per view, really, really good. So, she's still very young. So it's impressive just to see her where she's at the moment. I'm glad that she's
Yeah.
getting some shine now. Although if I had a choice, please put Queen Aminata on my screen, please. Tony
Right. Where
Khan, what are you
she's
doing?
been gone. Well, we did see her at Battle of the Bells. They're showing that clip right now. Um, hopefully she'll be back. Ah, here comes our minion overlord, Athena. That's crazy. She hasn't been on TV for over a year.
Ooh.
Lexi looks so scared. She's really selling this role right now.
Oh, someone's been called out.
Uh-oh. Tag
Line's
team
been
action?
drawn in the sand. I'm
So it's
happy
gonna
with that. I hope it leads to something. Oh my gosh. Queen Aminata wins the belt. But then
No, wait. It's were they talking about Queen Aminata teaming up with Red Velvet to
Red Velvet.
go against them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can see
Yeah,
that.
so this is good. Like, it could lead to some good places.
If you really think about it though, like Lexi Near, she's just like, she just interviews people, but she actually has a
Mm.
character compared to the wrestlers. Most of the wrestlers, which is crazy.
There was one backstage thing. Who was it with? It was recent.
I bet
And it
it's Dalton
was,
Castle.
might have been. But I remember watching it and thinking, like, she was, it was like, I think it was like an improv thing. Like, you could tell, like, she was in a moment and going off of, like, who she was as a character. And just, like,
Hmm.
because she's naturally someone, she has her
Right.
background, she has MIT and everything. She was just in a space with someone. So it was really cool to see.
Well, this is going to be a squash match with Johnny TV. I didn't even catch his opponent's name, but Johnny is just in lovely shape. Like
Mm.
I've never seen him in bad shape ever.
And he's in blue.
Everybody's in blue.
Oh, yeah. Who is this guy? He looks a little bit like Soraya's brother. A little bit.
Zach? Well, he
Yeah.
looks smaller, but I hear what you're saying. Cause probably because he's tall.
The like generic wrestler number 14.
Number 14. Oh man.
Mm. All right, Johnny.
Johnny, I've always appreciated his style. I would like to see him in the ring with Will Ospreay. He has a great style too. He can be in the ring with Kyle O'Reilly's another one too. I do appreciate that they're doing something with him and Taya in Ring of Honor, but like that stuff can always, go into AEW too.
I gotta imagine like Johnny is just like, look, you gotta if you're gonna put me here, I'm just gonna figure out what to do. I'm gonna have some
Right.
fun.
I see what you mean.
Like even with when he was on AEW with the what was it, that something TV thing?
Oh, QTV.
QTV, thank you. QTV. But like when he came in, he was the most personable character in that whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And that group went nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
And yet Johnny remains.
I just realized their outfits match.
Her hair is like something you would see in like House on the
Cartoon.
Hill or
Oh.
Simpsons. It's like straight out of Simpsons yellow.
Right, but actually it works on her. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
I could not look good in yellow hair if that's what that color is called. Like that would not work for me.
I would try, but I don't think it would go well. I need a more darker color, some base, like a purple.
Honestly, I thought this match would be over by now. Usually when they have like local talent being featured in a match, it doesn't last that long.
Maybe he's a local. He's not getting a reaction of a local though.
Where were they last week? On Saturday. Were they
Where
in
were they
Vegas?
on
No, right?
Saturday?
No, that can
Don't
happen in
remember.
Vegas.
Mm,
Was that a go to sleep?
not quite. I don't think.
Very interesting. Well, there we go. The match is over. I mean, I guess.
It wasn't much of much.
You're right. It wasn't. This was like a warm up, if anything. A warm up to nothing because he's just gonna go home after this. I don't want to see y'all putting y'all throats down, like her tongue down your throat. Like, what is this? Go home and do that.
I still wonder if they were gonna do like a BDSM thing with the boys. Like they were gonna put
We'll
him in
never
like get
know.
masks or something. Yeah, it's so sad. What
We'll
was that
never
story
know.
going to be? Oh, I didn't. I don't think I realized he has a new theme song or a very.
Oh, I didn't realize that either. Very generic.
Very
Whatever.
generic.
Tony
Yes.
Khan, you got a little money. You can get better
Oh,
theme songs.
if this is a proving ground match, we can maybe pray for an Outrunners win.
Yeah. Oh, look at our main event. AR Fox. It is finally nice to see AR Fox. Yes, it's our boys, the
Oh my
Mobile
gosh,
Embassy.
where the hell have they been?
So
They,
I have retweeted about this, and guess who liked my post? Bishop Khan
what did you post?
about them being on Ring of Honor today. Oh my
So
god,
they're
he's so
mentioning
freaking
Prince
hot.
Nana, but then like, are they still considered connected?
Um, did they say Mogul Embassy when they came out? I didn't hear it. I was just fangirling over Bishop Khan.
Beef Tank, Manders, and Beef Tank.
Beef Tank. That is very
So is
interesting.
it tag team
Wait a
and
minute. The
feud?
black guy. I've seen him. Is he? I think he's been in MLW. Is that where I've seen him before?
What's his name again?
Um.
Oh, Khan eats beef.
That's funny. I mean, because I was just wondering, like, where the hell is Brian Cage? Like, Brian is somebody who
Mm.
should have been holding singles titles by now, at least TNT champion. Um,
Well, he did have FTW, right? I wasn't around when he had it,
that doesn't
but it
count.
doesn't count. Nor should it.
Right, and Chris Jericho is parading around as if it matters, like he won the world title or something.
I don't want to be reminded of Jericho.
I was so upset with that promo he did yesterday. I was just like, if you tell yourself all that BS, you'll believe it.
I was yelling. Big Bill has been a world tag team champion. Like, what are you doing? How are you trying to
Yeah,
portray
why did they
him?
use Big Bill? I would have used
Like,
someone else.
oh my God. Like, all the people you could have picked, and you're picking Big effing Bill. Like, bless his heart, he's on TV, but not like this.
No, no, I'm not feeling it because Big Bill has taken a lot of L's throughout his career, and I honestly feel like him tagging with Ricky and obviously holding a title. That was his very first title in pro wrestling, period, like ever. And
Mm.
I was just like, okay, this is going to be a good run for him, and people going to take him seriously. And he can end up winning, um, you know, gold after this. Issue is that with them basically just handing the titles over to Sting and Darby,
Oh, that's right. I was trying to
that was
remember
the
who got
issue.
him.
Yeah.
I was just trying to remember who got him right after.
Oh,
Yeah, they
Brian with a superplex. This guy is so strong.
definition of a transitional champion.
I didn't like the way they did that. And then when Big Bill was doing his little speech yesterday, it was very much of go out there and say this and remember it,
Oh, that
and
was
not
so
like
stilted.
it. That's what I'm saying. Like it didn't really feel organic at all. At all.
They should have just given him a piece of paper and have him walk up like, "Hey, Jericho, all right,
Right.
you are you are the god of all wrestling, all right, and I need your learning trait." Okay, yeah.
That is so funny. Yeah, basically that's what it was. And I think that's crazy because um it didn't feel like something that he would really say at all.
I've seen this big black man before.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen him and I feel like maybe it would have been an MLW.
Oh, people are into him. Oh, he's got his signs. You got one,
Oh,
you got 100.
got meat signs. We love to see meaty men, don't we?
I'm ooh. And Toa. Oh! Oh!
Ouch.
Oh! Hey! They could have used the embassy if they needed a 3-man. Sorry, keep thinking back to that.
For who?
The collision match when they had the
Oh, this week?
no,
Oh,
no. Sorry, I'm
with
thinking about
Adam and them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, replacement for Top
But that's
Flight.
the thing, though. We hadn't seen them
Mm.
on TV, God, since I don't even know. Well, there was this one time that Toa and Khan was on the show, and then they lost, and we didn't see them ever since then.
Yeah, when they came out with their traditional garb, and we haven't seen all three of them together in a while.
Absolutely, and that's the thing too, because now that Swerve is holding a title, like we should try to elevate the whole group together. Like, why not, right?
Either that or repackage. But well, so yes, like Swerve is like, there's no problem if Swerve's just a bad guy. If
Jesus
Swerve
Christ!
is
Did
a
you
bad
see his
guy,
arms when he was flexing his biceps? Brian Cage, Lord have mercy.
yeah, beautiful man. Oh, Ari this week, huh?
Okay, so we're back to the premier athletes.
Isn't Ari? Doesn't he shave his head?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Good music.
Mm-hmm. Well, damn. I like these video packages that we've been getting about the premier athletes. It makes me really want to see Jesus Christ, Tony Nese. I mean,
Just
um,
goddamn, like,
he is
uh,
in perfect shape. Absolute perfect shape. Probably the best shape in AEW right now. Nice to see Mark Sterling.
I would love to see them do a program and get the belts. That would be fine. Keep just keep the tag team belts on there. Aria?
Oh wait, he is bald. Well, sort of. Yes, peak physical condition. Take that jacket off.
Tony Nese. He reminds me of like a specimens.
Well, they can go for the trios.
Mm.
You can.
Hey!
Oh well, here's Layla Gray. Well, this is the second time we've seen her. She was here last week, and she's back. I guess we'll be seeing her more lately. Oh, I like this outfit, black and gold.
I had such a thing for her. Like when I saw her in like Dark and Elevation, and
Mhm.
she's from New York. I mean, come on.
Who's she going against?
Oh, great, great, great! Bring her back into the division. I will say though, I never was impressed with her as a performer. I always liked the
Oh, really?
character. Yeah, I always liked the character. I felt like I wish she had wrestled more and was able to really improve herself. Like she was always just, I don't know.
Oh, Yuka.
Oh, hopefully she has
Wasn't
a.
everybody was
Oh
saying
wait,
she was injured from Saturday?
so like, what is this? Is this before or after?
Right.
Has to have been
That is
before.
very
She was
interesting. I
so.
would love to know if this was after. No, something tells me this was
Was
before. I don't
this?
know.
No, this was on Rampage, wasn't it?
Yeah, but wait, was oh wait. No, Rampage was taped. Yeah, you're right. So Collision was live, but Rampage was taped.
Okay.
So that was a
Oh,
few days before that. I was about to say,
right,
girl,
right,
you
yeah.
wrestled twice in one night, and that
And
was
that match was unfortunately just we don't
yeah.
like can't really even rate it. She was hurt, but I don't think they
Mhm.
should have even shown that one.
Very rarely do they remove the matches from when they're taped. Like there's times where I feel like they shouldn't air certain matches,
Mm.
especially when they're taped, but they just show them anyway.
Then cut it, then something. I don't know, but yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. I feel
They
bad.
do
Like
they do that with Ring of Honor though. They do remove some of the matches when they actually, air them. Very interesting.
I'm glad that she's getting this opportunity. Ooh,
Belly Dancer says hit the like button. Tati would appreciate it. I sure would.
hit the like, everybody. Hit it hard. Arrgh. I did a promo there.
Sean says I'm getting ready to see if RBD saw my sign at Collision. I've never brought a sign to a wrestling show before. I thought about doing that the last time I went to Collision. I wanted to bring a sign that said, "Christian, would you be my daddy?" I think that would have been nice.
I'm always afraid. Like I don't know how it works. Like, do I have to hide it on my body?
Oh, okay.
Will they freak out?
So here's the thing. I remember why I didn't bring a sign. So the place that I went to, it was my first time going over there. It is one of the places like in the Dallas area, and they specifically sent an email about no signs. And I was just like, "Are y'all serious? Like this is a wrestling show. What do you mean no signs?" And I thought about it, and then after a while, I was just like, "You know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna leave it alone because they might be really strict on it." Tell me how when I get there, there's several people with signs, and they let them in. Not only that, they also said that if your bag is not clear in a certain size, you can't come in. They let other women come in with bags that weren't clear. I was so mad. I was so
Understandable.
mad. I didn't get a chance to like wear the bag I would have liked to wear, and I had to wear some stupid clear bag. And they let other people in without clear bags, and I just thought that that wasn't fair.
Oh, a little messy, but okay.
All
Oh
right. Well,
yeah,
yeah, messy.
the oh, she's improved to me. I think Layla is much better here than I've seen her in a long, long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she's been in OVW. She was the women's champion. I don't know when she lost that title, to be honest with you. But
Woo!
um, have you watched OVW?
Mm.
They actually are on Thursdays on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever seen their YouTube channel.
I think I've only heard King Leo talking about him once. I think around a Thursday. Ooh,
Yeah, they're on Thursdays. They're probably on right
who's
now,
that?
I'm guessing.
That's a very weird cut.
Why would they replay of them not doing a move great? I don't get it.
Something in the match I think was probably a little bit worse. That's what I mean.
They
Like they
they
just did
have
an
a habit
edit
of
for
doing that.
something.
What happened here? I am very confused. Very confused right now.
There. Ooh,
Um well, we haven't seen Yuka in like I want to say a year or so in AEW. She's still been wrestling, right? Well, how tall is she? She looked like a little child in a ring.
well, she's the Yuka magical girl.
She's not winning with this. Oh, you know what? I'm done. I, you see, this is why I say this all the time. Having multiple finishes to do on certain people is better. You see, Yuka, who is the size of a third grader, who just I'm not convinced that she would beat Layla Gray. Not like this. Maybe if she did something else, maybe a submission or something.
And to me. Oh, Griff. It's a bit unfortunate because she's coming in and beating someone who's you know, like a local.
Yeah. Oh, we got Cole Carter and Griff Garrison. Griff Garrison, I see you. You've been at the gym. You're doing something.
Cole Carter's accent, I can't quite place. I want to see Cole Carter doing a Vanilla Ice character.
Oh, here's Maria.
This reminds me we haven't seen Christian in a while.
Mm, it's been too long. Well, hold on now. They could be working out a little bit more.
Ring
Oh,
of Honor Tag Team Champions. That's so interesting.
it's very interesting that she would mention the Ring of Honor tag titles, knowing that her husband is one
Mm.
half of the champions.
I wonder if they're going to do anything with that. Oh, yeah.
The
Everybody, the show has
Outrunners.
just
Hey, we have
begun.
not seen the Outrunners in way too long. This is my boys right here. And I don't know if you remember this, but the last time we seen them, they were just cooking up a storyline with the Outrunners and the infantry, and nothing came of that. Do you remember that?
No, no, only a little bit. Well,
So
what?
what they were doing was the Outrunners were copying their moves, and the infantry had confronted them a few times about, if y'all continue to do this, then something where I guess is going to lead up to a match. And they did it one more time where they actually used their moves, and then that was the last time we seen them in the ring.
I do remember now.
I like them. I think they're cool.
Oh,
And they're
I
going
love
against
them.
the Undisputed Kingdom. Let's see if Adam Cole comes out.
I didn't quite buy into it at the beginning. I appreciated them, but um,
See, no Adam Cole, no Wardlow, no Roderick. And it's just so weird to me though, because these guys are most likely there, right?
yeah,
And because it's Ring of
they're
Honor, they're not gonna come out.
right.
What is
Yeah,
that?
we're not transported to some other magical land. Yeah, it's
Right, you guys are back there. Come out with
oh
them.
man.
And speaking of Adam Cole, I didn't even realize Adam Cole had came out when Roderick came out. Did you see him
Missed it.
last night? That's what I'm saying. I didn't notice that until today when I'm watching it back. And I'm just like, oh, Adam Cole actually came out. I had no clue he was even there. You see, he's forgettable already.
Huh. Oh no, I guess I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember seeing him on the show yesterday.
I just feel like this group right here, they're already like on thin ice, at least with me.
Oh, they have been for
Um,
a while now.
they should be supporting each other in every aspect to really win people over as a group. So like when you see the Undisputed Kingdom here, without Wardlow or Adam Cole, it kind of looks like they don't really care about what they're doing. You know what I mean? But if this was on Dynamite or Rampage, they would have been there.
Although, do you remember that time where they went against Swerve and Samoa Joe and they lost?
Hmm.
And it was just like they were treated like they were established tag teams. They Swerve basically beat the two of them together by himself.
Right. Because he didn't want Joe to get in the ring. And Joe was so
Yeah,
pissed
yeah,
off
yeah.
when he took the win for the team.
So how are you
Um,
gonna have? Oh,
well, here's the thing. I just feel like, Undisputed Kingdom, they're a really great tag team. They really are. And I wanted them to win the titles because they're Ring of Honor guys. The tag titles are being on AEW for the longest with MJF and Adam Cole. And I figured when they win, they're just going to keep the titles of Ring of Honor. And that has not necessarily been the case.
mm. Oh yeah.
They would have never had that match on Ring of Honor. Could you imagine Swerve coming over to Ring of Honor? I don't think so.
mm.
Well, maybe he
Oh,
would. I don't know.
the way they have it set up, I can't imagine TK's like don't do it, but there's no Danhausen for president, but there's no reason why they don't show up ever so often.
Mm.
Is it, oh,
And I always forget their names too. One of them is Turbo, and the other one I can't remember his name.
Turbo Floyd and what's the other one? Tell him Turb.
Honestly, I actually miss Roderick Strong when he was, in the wheelchair with a neck brace, with the
Oh
kingdom, and they
man,
were doing stupid
hilarious.
stuff. I thought it was freaking hilarious. They could have kept it going for a little bit longer. I really enjoyed them. It's one of those times where, yeah, they're heels, but they're doing silly, funny shit.
I still remember when he after he won a match, he like they put it on and he like runs out. Oh no no no
That's
no
that's
no
the
no!
best part. He
I
gets
think
in the ring and wrestle with no problem, and then all of a sudden he needs a neck brace at the end.
yeah, that's the thing. I forgot if he went in to like just cause some ruckus or whatever, but he put the brace back on, ran out, and like tripped over the wheelchair. Like,
Yes, I remember that.
oh, that's hilarious. But he's so in a character. It's just like he plays it off so well. He could have done a wonderful like evil wheelchair Kang type of
Hmm.
Kang from
He probably
Inspector
was going to be
Gadget.
better off being the leader of the group. What do you think? Because Adam Cole really hasn't done anything.
If they weren't going to do it at that point, yeah, I would spin,
Oh,
but
we
I
got
got a
both
wire on
members.
me.
Bro, you're gonna have to invest in the Bluetooth. Let me tell you, it's changed my life. Okay, changed my life because I have another headset, but I use it for work only. And to just be able to just walk around the house with the headset on while I work is just amazing. Not supposed to do that, but yeah. Oh, so going back to Maria talking about the tag titles. Actually, I've always felt like she was going to leave Griff and Cole to join the Undisputed Kingdom. What do you think?
Well, that's interesting. She doesn't wrestle, does she? She's
She
just
has, but
as
she's
she,
really a manager, yeah.
mm. And not just excuse me. I don't want to belittle. That'd be
Mhm.
interesting. That's what I was wondering. Like I was wondering, like I could imagine her trying to get into the patriarchy, like her trying to like push out Nick Wayne's mom and trying
Mhm.
to
I
bring
like
her boys
her.
into the
I
group.
Mama Wayne. I love Mama Wayne.
Well,
I
that's
think
what I
she's
mean. I would
great.
love to see Maria and Mama Wayne having their own little thing, and like Maria's trying to get Mama Wayne out of the way so she could bring her boys in and get like Nick Carter, Nick Wayne, and
Nick Wayne, Cole Carter. That would be interesting because Nick Wayne, well, honestly, I don't know how old Cole Carter and Griff are, but he can probably fit in with those two too.
or just something. It'd be interesting to see.
But the thing is that I wonder the reason if maybe the reason why she hasn't joined them is because she wouldn't be a good fit for the whole group. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because we're not just looking at them as a tag team; they're also part of a whole stupid group that's not really working, in my opinion. So maybe even adding her wouldn't add anything to the group.
Why would they need her when they have a Wardlow?
Right. Oh man, Warlow, hope you're not watching this.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Wardlow. You don't deserve that.
Man, did you see the way
Oh,
Wardlow
Truth
looked
Magnum.
at what's his name? Oh yeah, Truth, that's his name. The way Adam Cole looked at Wardlow at the pay-per-view, like I could
Mm.
not even believe it. I was just like, if looks can kill, Wardlow would have been dead a long time ago.
Although now Wardlow, all he has to do is like look at that again. What are you doing, Floyd?
Oh my god, they really have the whole 80s wrestler thing down pat. The outlet,
Woo!
they are freaking amazing. I don't necessarily pay attention too much to the commentary, but did they say how many minutes there are into the match? Because all they gotta
No.
do is just last 10
Oh,
minutes.
that's right. You're right. Oh, oh, come on, Floyd. Come on, boys.
They're probably halfway right now, I'm guessing.
That's a great point. I forgot that this is a eliminator match or whatever they call it.
I really don't care for the concept of
Yeah.
I don't care for it.
Seems like double the effort.
Yeah, it does, like have them go against another big team, let them win so that they can earn being number one contenders. That makes more sense to me than going against the same team twice.
Or a gatekeeper, like for like Tony Storm, if she used Mariah May as a gatekeeper, like you had to
Hmm.
beat Mariah May to get a match with her, and you have a bunch of people like go against Mariah May, and you can have a lot of
Right.
fun with that.
It makes sense, but if Mariah can have things her way, she'd be the one going for that title.
Yeah, though I do as well hope they build that
Oh
over time.
no! The Outrunners lost because they cheated, holding on to the tights to make sure. See, the referees are never paying attention when it matters.
And I love me Matt Taven.
Oh,
Did anybody know? But his name is Matt Taven.
what happened?
I don't think people know, but his name
Oh,
is
wait a
Matt
minute. I think
Taven.
Ref saw it. Ref saw it. Did he?
What is he gonna do? Pull a red flag? What's going on?
What is going on here? Did he see it or not?
Oh! Please call it, and then give them their title. Oh, fine.
What? Ref let it go? Wait, so this doesn't make sense. How did the referee know about it after the match? Somebody told him in his earpiece or whatever? Nothing they can do at that point, I'm guessing.
Oh, we're gonna hear from Queen Aminata and Red Velvet.
Okay. Damn, man. They could have let them win. So what if they win? They'll just get an opportunity to go for the title. They wouldn't win that.
And they're actually, I feel like they're technically bad guys. They could have cheated to win, and no one loses. Oh,
Oh, who kisses cameras? Oh, look at Red Velvet and Queen Amnata. They look great.
they're beautiful shades of black.
Yes, tell me
Woo!
about it. Look at Queen Amanada. All right.
Why?
Oh, so you got zero honor. Oh, she ready. She ready for a fight. All right, the tag team that I never knew I wanted. Okay.
I'm saying
Nice
bring in tag
promo.
team belts and build up a division, please.
Oh my god. See,
Get rid
that's the
of the
thing. For me, I'm
trios.
not sure
Get rid of
about the
the.
women's tag title. I don't know. Well,
I'd
here's
rather
Taya
them try to
Valkyrie.
build up female tags than try to build up male trios. Personally,
Really?
personally,
I don't
House of Black
know.
has been the only three trios tag team that I feel has been really worth shit. Like the
Mm-hmm.
the Super Elite, whatever they were called, that could have been something, but other than House of Black, and they didn't really do much with the belts. Like I wish they had done something to build up House of Black as a trios,
They
putting it on the
didn't. They just
acclaim.
had the titles and that was it. like not really doing anything, not really. Were they in the storyline? I think they were in a storyline with the Acclaim or
They
something.
acclaimed, and it was only to give Daddy Ass a belt, basically, and then make those stupid
Mm.
scissor belts. I don't
You
know
don't
how
like
many people.
it.
Well, how many people actually bought those things? And it was fine for a gimmick, but at a certain
I
point, it
don't
was just
know. I mean, I wouldn't have bought them, but I think it's the pink straps are cute. I'm cool with it. It's the scissor part you don't like.
the scissor part in the belt. I also thought was like pretty bleak, but it's done. It's done. They had their time under the sun. This woman has a fairly similar size to Taya.
Mhm. Oh, I haven't seen her in Ring of Honor for a little bit too.
I don't think I know this one. Oh, instant Mercedes and Diamante. That you automatic tag team there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But we need more than that.
Who could you have a Taya?
Taya, I'm not sure. You know, like even if you pair people up because they look good, it still got to be that they have great chemistry too, like a team. Like you don't want it to feel like people are just being paired up together and not necessarily having chemistry. You know, I honestly
Oh,
before Queen Amanada, I thought Taya was gonna win the TV title tournament. That's who I thought was gonna win it.
Billy Starks and oh goodness, I just blanked on her name. Who's the Lexi Nair? Like them
Hmm.
as a surprise tag team. Like imagine
What?
there's a
Lexi would get her
tournament.
ass
No,
whooped.
no, no. Imagine like Lexi's in the background, been trained up and everything, and like Jake the Snake got somebody in to help her out, and then like she
Hmm.
just comes out as her Billy Stark's like surprise tag partner. Come on, tell me you wouldn't pop your tits up, just like holy shit, what's going on here? That would be such a great pay per view moment.
Oh my god. Surprise, surprise.
Hey,
It's been over an hour and the show is still on.
I'm shocked. I thought this was going to be woo. I thought this was
Squash.
going to be a quicker one,
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
or even the whole show. I didn't think we were going to get much. Ooh, Lady Luck, huh? Mm. Oh, yeah. I don't really
That
buy
can
that
be
as a
it.
finisher. Yeah,
Yeah, right. It's no.
it's a
A
cute
finisher? I
bomb,
don't
but
think so. It must be nice to go home to Johnny TV.
either or. They are a power couple.
I wish they would do something with them on AEW. That's one thing we don't really have is a power couple, at least on screen.
They tried with Ty Conti and Sammy Guevara.
Oh,
Oh, that
no,
was
thank you. No,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah. They
That was
tried.
not working. Not working. People just are not sold on Sammy Guevara, no matter what he does. All right, we got the infantry.
Ah, ah. Hey,
Okay, Outrunners in a new outfit. Okay. Uh oh, they got camo. They stealing your style, infantry.
Mm, the Cow Palace?
Cow Palace. They're repeating exactly what they just said. Sometimes Lexi look like she'd rather be somewhere else. She don't
uh,
know what's going on.
oh, I enjoyed that way too much.
Damn, Lance Archer, Jesus Christ. I wonder how tall he is. You can see him from anywhere. I was surprised to see him in that gauntlet match last night.
Yeah, that was a big shock. I would have. I was
He
thinking
was
I
the
would have
only
liked
really
to have
big guy
seen.
in there.
I would have liked to have seen Big Bill show up in that. Why
Instead, they
didn't they
wasted him
switch the
with Chris
roles?
Jericho.
Yeah, why didn't Lance Archer be the guy to talk to Jericho?
I wouldn't even have wanted that. I think because
Like,
I think he does. I'm still interested to see what he does with the righteous. It's like we don't really even have a story as to why Lance is even with them.
I
I
forgot.
really like the righteous, and they're not making them crazy enough. That bothers me too.
I really thought they were going to have Lance Archer do a 3-on-1 handicap match. I keep forgetting
Oh,
every time he comes out. I forget he's part of a trios or a 3-man.
very interesting. I think they're a really great team. It's just that if they had like a story that would make them really really cool. I always
Hopefully,
imagine I always imagine them like at people that you would see at some asylum and they ended up breaking out and here they are just being these unhinged guys in AEW Ring of Honor. Like, why don't they play it off like that, you know? I could imagine that a lot of wrestlers have ideas and stories for their characters or for themselves. And it's really about Tony Khan and whoever it is having these creative roles, letting those stories play out. And they're not, you know?
because I could see the guy who's trying to get. Oh goodness, the I am he and he is me fellow. Uh, who is he trying to get on Ring
What are you
of
talking
Honor?
about?
He's a new character. He's also like a kind of a church character, and he's trying to get someone into his
Oh,
good graces.
I can't remember his name. I know
Nick
who you're talking about. He's been
Camarado.
trying
Yeah,
to,
he's trying to
yeah,
get
he's been
Nick.
trying to get with Nick.
Like that'd be something, right? He finds like two people, gets them on his side. They have like a holy war within Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have their own ideology, whatever it is. The righteous have their own. They're trying to like save the soul of Ring of Honor or
Right.
something.
He probably could fit with them.
Fit with them or against them, just something, like
Something, yeah.
woo. He's a big boy.
Dutch is huge.
Oh, yeah, you can pull something like that out. That's beautiful. Mm.
Damn.
Eh.
Even they can win trios.
Someone mentioned Lance Archer plays a role of like the old traditional like heel that would like come into a territory, do damage, eventually get defeated, and then like leave. But
Mm-hmm.
there's no real way for him to get heated up. Like he just loses in
Mm-hmm.
AEW. There's no real like, oh, he comes in, he like takes somebody really big out, and then he goes on to do some kind of damage.
Mm-hmm. I remember that one time they had him go against Orange Cassidy, and this is when he had the title, and I was just like, "Oh my god! Like this is just horrible booking." There's just no. Well, speaking of Orange Cassidy, I'm really glad that Trent Beretta did something to him yesterday, but I wasn't impressed.
Hmm.
Wasn't impressed.
I
Like,
don't.
he's not being aggressive enough. He's not being aggressive enough. He's scared of Chuck Taylor of all people. Chuck Taylor? Who would be scared of Chuck Taylor? Not me.
I like
Look at
John
John
Carter,
Cruz.
John Cruz, John Carter. What is that? I still thought it was a weird. Oh,
Damn. Dutch is not playing.
mm.
Okay.
What did he say?
I don't know what he said, but all of a sudden, Lance Archer got another one of these guys in the ring. Jesus Christ. He said everybody dies? What?
I still remember the
He still got his
Hangman
boot on his
Page,
stomach.
Lance Archer. What do you call those? Texas. Was it Texas Death? Is that what they call it?
What, Texas Death Match?
It was Lance Archer and Hangman Adam Page. It was so good. It was, I think, right after Hangman won the belt. I think,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a really really good match.
Very interesting.
I think it was the first time we saw him after he got hurt, after he had
Mm-hmm.
that match with Kingston. I want to say that was like a darker elevation match,
Mm-hmm.
but like, or maybe it was one of the big ones. But like Lance Archer did some top root move, and like hurt
Mm-hmm.
himself pretty bad. Like it was a really, really bad.
Mm.
It looked bad when I remember seeing it the first time. Anyway, that was a while ago.
Very interesting. Oh, Abaddon. Where are all these matches coming from? I don't remember them actually announcing half the things that we just seen.
I only know Abaddon is going to be on tonight because they posted it on Facebook.
Hmm.
I was like, hell yeah. When I saw that, I was like, hell yeah, I'm watching.
Very interesting.
Does Ring of Honor keep track of their own,
What do you mean?
like their wins and losses within Ring of Honor for whatever
Um
reason?
so on the bottom, like where they show their names, they do show it. But
Okay.
they don't show overall. They show based off the year, so based off 2024. Oh, I've never seen Abaddon in this outfit. At least I don't think so.
I hope that's a thong.
That's what I was just asking myself. Like, is that a song?
They're doing the Lita thing.
I don't think those are comfortable to probably wrestle in.
Any NBA people aren't the blue and red Knicks colors?
Next, isn't that orange and blue? No,
I don't. I'm
no one. I
so
shouldn't.
poor at it, but I feel like, or maybe the Mets. Anyway, what is she going
Mets is
for
orange and
here?
blue too. I don't think anybody has blue and pink.
Blue,
I've never seen that though.
blue and pink, maybe not. Ooh,
Damn.
oh,
This is a nice look for Abaddon. And you know that the green hair really stands out.
Mr. Fuji, like,
Okay, so it's not a thong. It's just part of the pants.
mm, the Black Dahlia
Well,
is just a
nice
brutal
knowing
move.
you.
Yeah.
Was this even 2 minutes?
Nah, that's a squash. Although it didn't feel like one. That was a good one.
I like that top. Abaddon's like, you better raise my hand.
Yeah, pretty good crowd right now for this match. Good.
Right. So some of it must have been like before or literally right after the collision taping.
This is a packed show today.
Well, how many times are we going to see Taya and Johnny in one night? They look like they're going to the club after this.
Oh, what club? Goodness.
Ew,
Solo.
what is Aaron Solo doing here? What? What is? Oh God! Mm. Okay,
Lexi.
I guess they're friends.
Johnny Nerlo. So, oh no!
Oh, they call him a loser. Wait a minute, Tiger Boots matches with Johnny's shirt. Oh, that is so tacky. It was nice to hear Aaron Solo's voice after God knows how long. These guys are so weird.
Adios.
Lexi look like she needs. Lexi looked like she needs a new job.
Oh,
Oh well, here's the main event.
I think I'm gonna do a review thing where I just see if I would like the bar would be, would I watch something again? Like that I would watch again in a heartbeat. I don't know. Like it's just goofy nothingness, but it's
Yeah,
just
they're
so
a lot
nice.
more goofy on Ring of Honor than
It's
on
nice to see
AEW.
them just doing their characters and like they
Mm-hmm.
just
They're having fun.
yeah. I like Ty's got her loser thing going on and like it's just nice to see them doing something.
All right, we got Blake Christian, AR Fox in the ring.
Woo! AR Fox, man.
This got to be good. Why do they keep bringing him out every few weeks? Like, I mean, he would have been in a better position right now if they kept him to be in the Mogul Embassy.
Oh man. Although, like, where is Mogul Embassy now? But that would have been very interesting to see them
Right.
go
He
through
would have
that.
definitely benefited from that.
And if they, you know what? Why aren't they doing a thing where like Swerve split away from them, and now like they're like the built-in challengers for when Swerve gets the
Uh-huh.
belt or something?
I don't think they've actually. Mm, I don't think they've actually planned on, splitting them up. That's the thing. Maybe that's what it was. They never really planned on splitting them up, but they really wanted to keep focused on where they were going with Swerve. But I mean, this is the thing. You're a wrestling company. You're supposed to use everybody at some capacity. So I don't know. I don't know. Definitely the focus, all the focus did go into Swerve, and I understand, but they could have still kept the group going.
Don't worry, everybody. We'll get to your comments in a bit. It's
Mm-hmm.
a stacked show. There's a lot going on,
They don't give you a minute to breathe. Like you literally going through match, 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 match.
especially tonight. Yeah, not complaining. This is stronger than the last two Ring of Honor episodes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, oh,
Ah, ha, ha. Blake tricked them. I like Blake. He's so
oh!
good.
He's got the porn stash going on. He looks like he's
Definitely.
in he be acting with Dirk Diggler. Hey,
God, these guys are so good. Like AR Fox literally being used every month or so. This criminal.
they if he's not a trainer for their program,
AR Fox, no, he has a school.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like if he's not a trainer, they're making a mistake.
I mean, because he has a school in Atlanta. I don't know how he would be. That's the thing though,
Mm,
because AEW doesn't have like a place for these guys to be at to practice. Well,
mm.
damn,
Oh,
gosh,
anybody out there know Manos Hands of Fate?
God, he moves so. Wow.
Oh, good selling
Oh,
from Fox.
I don't even know what happened to Blake.
Oh,
Oh my God. I mean,
oh.
where did Blake come from? I forgot. I forgot he was even in the match.
Oh, for anyone who's not watching, if there's one match that you should try to seek out, it is the main event of this show.
Jesus Christ.
Pretty good show though. Anybody who's watching, you're getting your money's worth
Yeah, it's
today.
much better than what we've gotten. Hopefully, we get back on the right track. That's a creepy looking mask.
Still unsure about it. I feel like I had a mask like that when I was really young.
So AR Fox is nowhere to be seen. Oh, I
Normally you
thought he.
see that in the stop, but
Okay.
that was a nice like
Damn. All right. Well, they're both
nice
laid out.
crossbody
Maybe Air
splash.
Fox might get up. All right. Air Fox is in the ring. He's shaking his leg, making sure he can feel his knee.
Oh, maybe AR Fox could go to the infantry. I don't know if he has military background, but if they wanted to do a
What?
trio,
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know. I wonder if
or
he does
they could do
now.
something like they put him through boot camp and
And he joins the group.
yeah, yeah. Like he came from a bad background, but now he's going to be reformed, and they do a whole thing with him.
Mm-hmm. Now I want to know if he was. I don't know. I've never heard anything about that. At least he'd be doing something if he was part of the group because we see infantry pretty much every episode.
For a while, Blake Christian was in a few groups that were just put together.
I feel like this match must have come on literally right before Collision started or right after Collision finished. There's literally all the seats look filled. Very interesting mass.
And it's interesting. We've had two different, or at least two different tapings, I think, because this one there were like two fellows in green in an earlier match, but
Oh,
they're not in this one.
I'm glad you point that out because that's something that they do. I've been noticing the past few
Oh,
weeks, and it can be what a spear. That's something that I realized they've been doing these past few weeks. They've been mixing from different shows, and you can literally tell like the audience is different. They go AR Fox.
beautiful, beautiful. Mm.
Okay, nice 450. You know what, Blake AR Fox? Y'all should
Yeah.
just go one on one.
That was very slick, though. See how the white man's always trying to live off the work of the black man?
Oh my gosh!
Oh!
Oh Lord, that was a devastating DDT.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
What? Okay, no, I'm not surprised that he won, but I wouldn't mind seeing like another 5 minutes of this.
Yeah, that was a shock pin to me.
Damn, do you see that mass up close? Lord have mercy. Might see that in my nightmares tonight.
Sounds like Beast More Toes, which I know is not correct.
Oh
Beast
my
More Toes is not
gosh.
scary.
The mass is a little intimidating, you don't think? I think.
It's growing on me. It doesn't feel as. Actually, I still have to see. Like sometimes it felt like it was very smushy,
Mm-hmm.
which is not like Kill Switch's mask is like opposite. It's very very hard, but you can tell it kind
Yeah.
of has a lot of give for this one. I still don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I still don't
I
know
agree.
with it.
Well, the show is over. It wasn't bad. Better than what
I
we've been
enjoyed
getting the
that.
past
That
few
was very
weeks.
good. I think King Leo. Well, we'll see, but I think he would have given that a stamp of approval.
Yeah, I think so too. Not a bad show. Could have been a little bit more with the main event. I would have loved to take that. Um I really I think that they're probably going back to getting off on the right path. I think
Mm.
what really got in the way was when they went to Canada. Maybe that's what it was because now they were kind of struggling to like where to put the shows, and then there were some times where they didn't have a collision and they're just taping things all over the place. So Ring of Honor being what I feel like is an afterthought, they got the worst out of everything. So hopefully it gets
Well,
better from here.
for me, what I think I enjoyed about this one is that even though it looked like, or we can see there's different matches from different places, they didn't
Mm-hmm.
just do like match without it being connected. Like they seemed like there was a lot of connective tissue. We
Yeah.
saw like an Outrunners match, but then afterwards we saw Outrunners with like with the infantry. And then like
Hmm.
you had like Johnny Bravo and Tyos, he saw them a bunch throughout.
We say right.
You had like all these little pieces that made it feel more like a show than like just matches, just like a dark elevation match thing.
Hmm. I see. Yeah. So
That was
not
good.
bad, not bad
That was
of a
good.
show. Um, it was about an hour and a half, which I guess is okay. Beggars can't be choosers. Because sometimes there's been times when they really try to stretch out these shows. I can never forget that time where there was like 19 matches, something
Oh
like that.
man. But
I
they
was
were
just like,
mostly
it's not good. Even if it was a million squash matches, it's still not a good thing. Nobody wants to sit through 19
oh
matches.
oh
Not even
so
a pay per
painful.
view. I think
Yeah,
at
just
that point, Tony Khan was looking at it as in, well, they're paying for the show, well, for the app itself. Let's give them more. They're gonna want more. And the thing is, it's not that we want more. We just want our money's worth. And you can give us less, and we can still feel like we got our money's worth. I don't think he got that during that time. 19 matches, 17 matches, no way.
and it seemed like after losing Dark and Elevation, his main uh source of putting out content. Because an idea was earlier, the reason a reason why of all these other shows, and they used to run sometimes like 2 hours, both of them, was to have
Hmm.
more content so that if there was a streaming service, he had a lot of things that he could be like, okay, I've got this much of television, this much of content already banked. But
Right,
then
but
when
that's not a good thing.
yeah, I don't think I'm a fan of content churning farms, like,
Hmm.
but unfortunately, that seems to be some people think that's what WWE is. And like, I remember I tried to find a, I forgot what it was. I wanted to download a show, but I downloaded like the show's after show. It was
Mhm.
like Raw Rewind or something, but I want it raw. And like I downloaded it, I'm like, what the F is this? Like, why do you have like two different shows
Mhm.
even closely related so that I would be confused about this? It's but that's what it is now. Like with these streaming service, you just
Right, because
have
they
to have.
actually on WWE has something called Speed on X, and I haven't even bothered to watch it. I haven't even bothered to watch it. I saw they were doing it earlier today.
Something like 3 minute matches, everything has to be
I don't
underneath
want to
it.
see no damn 3 minute matches. No way. Not
They
into that.
I believe Ricochet was on one, and someone had used it to compare it because some people, I guess, feel that Ricochet isn't used as strongly as he could be.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. He could be used a lot better. Um, if anything, his wife being there is what's going to help him get over.
I
I
think
know
people,
a lot of people love her. I am not a fan of her voice. I think she's beautiful and she's talented, but not a fan. Not a fan. And then people are upset. Like if you say you don't like her voice, and you're a hater. No, you're not. You can literally not like something. It doesn't means that you hate somebody or something. It's just you're not a fan.
yeah, it's kind of you're not going to find many objective measures when it comes to a voice.
Yeah.
You either dig it or you don't.
Dan, they're showing the replay of Ring of Honor again, and I like to just keep it on as background noise. Isaiah Cassidy, I hope his partner is not injured because, well, okay, this is what I was going to say earlier that I forgot. So, in terms of the tag division, I felt like last night what happened with, the lead and Tony Khan, that really made me feel like we're going to see the tag titles on them for a long time. What do you think?
On who? Who was it again?
The Young Bucks.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I was thinking about Apparently I think on Sunday they're gonna have another tag team premiere.
Oh, you know what?
Is it the Grizzled Young
So I didn't really see
Veterans?
anything confirmed about it, but I saw people posting saying that they were on, like, they did an exclusive interview or something with AEW. I didn't get a chance to
Yeah,
see
with
because I was
Lexi
at work,
Nair.
but okay, you saw it?
I haven't watched it. I know of it. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
the two guys in the suits. I think it's them because I've seen them when I went to House of Glory, Hog Wrestling. Uh, those guys were there, and I got to watch them. I really enjoyed them. I think it's the same people, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm such a casual, like seeing
Yeah,
them. I'm one
I
of the
didn't get a
people
chance
like
to
I don't know.
confirm, so I'm not sure.
It's not the ones from TNA. It's not those two.
I'm trying to confirm right now, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm looking at AW's Facebook page. Maybe they would have posted something.
The
Oh,
Grizzled
we're
Young.
actually gonna get Thunder Rosa and Diana for Rampage.
Oh, that's what I meant about yesterday. I really liked how even though they put them all together, and some matches, well, that one female women's match didn't get a lot of time. They
Mm-hmm.
really tried to put a bunch of things together.
Right.
Uh, we didn't have it in the women's league where there was like integration. It felt like one story would happen over there, another story would happen over there. But like
Mm-hmm.
it's nice seeing them put it like multiple threads into all these different things. Hopefully,
Right.
hopefully it's gonna keep going that way, but we'll see.
Very interesting. I still hope they would give these girls a triple threat match with what's her name? Tony Storm. Wouldn't you want to see that? Or no? Because
Maybe
that's something that we
later.
don't really see. Like, in terms of the women's division, we don't see things like that, especially with the titles being on the line. So I did look it up. The grizzled young veterans, they, I guess they are signed, maybe. So I see that they did post the video, but they are making their in ring debut on Collision against. Damn, I just saw it.
Oh, why should be the infantry?
Infantry. Oh,
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking, what
oh,
team
I
could
was about
Tony
to
put in
say.
there? What black team can Tony put in there to have him beat up?
Let me see. I'm trying to look around to
Be
see
top flight.
because I could have sworn I saw that they were that
Oh,
they
it'd
announced
be
who it was.
nice if they went against like FT. So I was thinking, like, so you asked, would it be a long time or not? It doesn't
Hmm.
feel like the tag team division. I feel like there is no tag team division in AEW at the moment.
Really?
Like, who can you think of as like people in AEW who's up at the level of FTR and the Young Bucks?
I mean, they pretty much put all those teams in the tournament. It's not necessarily that they're not on their level. It's the fact that it's FTR and Young Bucks always getting those opportunities to stay at a higher level than everyone else.
Oh, I just mean like right now, what teams are even really operating? You don't have best friends. Uh,
I never really even looked
Dark
at them like a
Order
tag team.
is well. I mean, you had the Chuck and Trent. They were like
Mhm.
the unit of that whole group, but they're not. They can't be. It's just not there. You don't have who did I just mention? Goodness, but like, who's in the division right? You have a Top Flight, but they're still, they bounce
Like, they
around.
do tag and they do trios because it's like they don't even really know where they want to put them.
Who else? Who do you got? You don't have Jericho with anybody at the moment.
Thank goodness.
Although, if you had Jericho and Guevara, not Guevara, Yeah, Guevara. Then at least that gives him something to do. People like Jericho as a tag team wrestler. People enjoyed him when he was still like they say that he sets up his matches really well, and
No,
it'd
no,
be a
no.
better spot for him than like him taking up solo time.
Well, I guess that's true.
But the point is like you don't have a team there. He's not a team. Uh
Mm-hmm.
then like Big Bill Starks, they're no more. Like it's not what's the division? It's like
Right,
the
because
acclaimed
well,
isn't
Big Bill
really.
and Ricky could have stayed together. People are still speculating that Ricky would be injured still. So,
Let's see. Who else do we have? Uh
I mean, but they could still use the guys on. Well, I was gonna say they could still use the guys on Ring of Honor too, but the thing is that they got their own set of titles over there.
hmm. And then even then, who do you have? You have I keep saying Beer Country. I really missed that old gimmick.
Well, Iron Savages they are used as a trios and a tag team,
Hmm.
so they're
They
used as
are
both.
so there's someone you can use. So you have them, but they are on Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor seems to have more established tag teams right now because it feels like even
Yeah.
the infantry, it looks like they've been shunted back to Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. Personally, yeah, I can see it because I don't feel like you really have like the tag division and the trios division sadly has seems to have like just maybe because of lack of care or something, but it's kind of just slid away. It
It's because
feels
they taken the championships away and given everyone else nothing to fight for. You take
yeah.
those titles and you put them on AEW TV. These guys, there's nothing literally for them to have.
You had a chance with Big Bill and Ricky Starks because it was such a surprise, and that came off of FTR. And that was done in a
Mm.
certain way. So you had a chance to build another team. But I don't know if we look back, were they transitional? Were they meant to be taken? Like, oh, it's like another what could have been.
Right. I agree.
Mm. So I don't know. I currently there just seems to be too many belts, and that's why I keep thinking to myself, I'd be fine if the trios belts went, because then at least it's like you're asking for that division, which requires three people, when you don't even really have a strong
Hmm.
tag division at the moment.
Well, well, then would you say that they should also unify the tag title? Oh no, let me not. Let's not do that. Never mind.
Mm.
Never mind. I was gonna say
Just
they
keep.
should probably, yeah, with the trios, I could see why they would unify them. There's not really much trios anymore, really. But the tag titles, I guess they're best off not unifying them because we already not getting many teams get the opportunities to have the AEW tag championships. So, we
And
can leave the Ring of Honor tag titles alone too.
I would rather than build up the tag division again because that's supposed to be their bread and butter, and you
Mm-hmm.
kind of want to see that. I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay with the. I like the storyline with the Young Bucks and Okada, and uh, I have to see with Jack coming back, but I like what's
Mm-hmm.
going on. And I wish though that it was done differently. Like I don't think they needed a tag tournament when they knew what the two teams there was going to be.
Right.
I think they could have just gone and cut out the middleman and just said, all right, Darby. I think they could have just taken it from Darby, and some prick move and said like, we got rid of Sting. You got the belt, but there's only one of you. You got your leg broke. All right, we're taking them, and just did that because,
Mm-hmm.
and then what? I can see them holding it for a while. I hope that they have ideas. I imagine it would have to be with stuff with like Kenny Omega and Hangman. So like hopefully it's like good big stuff. And in the meantime, hopefully they're building like tag teams.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know. I'm curious. Like I didn't. I still am so unsure about yesterday's episode, and I don't think I liked it. I think I would put a thumbs down on yesterday's episode. I didn't like
Mhm.
Swerve's position. Like he should have opened or like closed. Like the thing with Orange Cassidy
Mm.
being the first thing that you see was like this mid card thing, and then like there was less pomp and circumstance for. I'm still really heated about that, by the way. Like Willow, I bless her. She got like a in ring segment, and there was like a lot of shine on her. They didn't
Mhm.
do. It was like they kind of forgot that Swerve was the supposedly supposed to be the one on top. I don't think they would have done that to Mox. They would not have done that to
Well,
Omega. They would not have done that to Omega. If Omega, when Omega was the belt, he is the star, and he would not be like coming on after Orange Cassidy.
so I'm not necessarily against him opening the show. What I feel like the issue was that the first time he's back in the ring as champion, he's opening the show. I would have had him be in a main event
But
match for sure.
he didn't even open the show. He was the second segment
Oh
on
yeah,
the show.
the Trent Beretta thing with Orange Cassidy was first, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's what I mean. Like,
Mm.
how do you have Orange Cassidy and whatever, but how do you have that as the first thing you see to open up this show, and when you got your world's champion right there,
Hmm.
I'm still heated. I'm like, they're doing Swerve to me. They've already started doing Swerve dirty.
I don't know. We're gonna have to give this one time. A lot of people are really on the fence about it. I just say for the first time of him being champion, getting in the ring, he should have probably like I get it. When you think of everything that you know now in terms of how the show ended, I still think the show should have ended the way it did. But then
Hmm.
Swerve would have been the match that came on before that.
Oh, and he
You
had the
know,
better match. For me, he
who
had the
the
better
hell
match.
remembers Hobbs and Moxley at this point? After what happened right after that, nobody is even talking about that match.
And
You
I
know?
didn't care for it. I thought it was a bit slow. I thought
Yes, it was.
I wasn't a big fan. I would have personally like that would have been. I mean, yeah, yeah. Either Swerve at the main event match, or
Hmm.
opening the show. Like they didn't even open it. Orange Cassidy gets his ass, and
Wait,
it
but we
wasn't.
saw the elite first. The elite was first,
Oh,
and then we saw Orange Cassidy get his ass whooped. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, Farsight TV's in the house. Hey, DJ, what's going on?
oh, we should probably start getting in the comments.
Ballet says, you have a twin DJ. I saw him on King Leo's channel. Belly says the show had a weird vibe at times. Y'all talking about yesterday, right? So
That's
a lot of
yesterday.
people felt the same way too. Like it did have like I don't know what it was.
Why do
First of
you?
all, I'm not a fan of Daly's place. Do you like it?
I can't form an opinion. I know people have a very affectionate. I didn't watch during the pandemic, so to me, it's
Hmm.
just a place. It's been okay. I like when Jade came out, and I wish you would have been able to close on the show, but it's
Hmm.
different, and I do like that it's different. But I don't know. It's okay.
I don't know. I don't like the venue, but the show just didn't flow in the right way. And the best match to me actually turned out to be the gauntlet match. It was really fun. I just prefer that better than all the other matches that we saw.
Although,
It was
like,
half the show was just people talking and then people being in the ring.
well, the Gauntlet match. There's a perfect example. Why are you going to have your biggest star who just came off of, which I watched it a second time, and holy shit, I swear to you guys, if you haven't seen it, please watch the Danielson match with
Will
Osprey. Please just
so
watch it.
good,
It's like just
so
watch it.
good.
So you have him have this, and there's a conversation. People are talking about, best for me personally, as I've never seen. It's one of the best matches I've seen. And I don't have a good large history of matches or whatever. But for
Mm-hmm.
me, oh my gosh! Like I went back and I'm gonna watch it with my great grandmother. I watched it the second time. I still had. I knew it was happening. I knew it was happening, but I'm watching it like, oh, like it even more because I knew what was happening, so I was even more
Right.
into it. Woo! Anyway, what was the point of that? There was a point of that. Oh, they didn't mention him. They did not mention that he was going to show up yesterday. How do you do that? How do you have this person who is being talked about, and like whether you're on one side or another, like
Well,
people are
I think
talking
that
about it.
gauntlet match was put on very last second. I didn't hear anything about it until literally the show started.
Well, that's the
Did
other thing.
you?
I
And
didn't.
and and with that being the case, it was for Osprey to win anyway.
And then the rules, I had no idea what was going on when it first came out. Like I thought it was a battle royal. I remember watching it while you were watching it and like wondering,
Mhm.
is it a battle royal? Like we didn't know what the name was. I heard like the mentioning on the air, and that was like the first time, and we all were like, "Wait, what the hell's going on?" Instead
Yeah,
of
because we
being
didn't
able,
know.
to just enjoy it, we're all like trying to wrap our minds around it, and then we're all like tuning in, like, "Holy shit, this is really good!" But it's while yesterday's match was loony. Like it was like I don't know, man. I'm down on it. I'm setting my foot down. I'm down on it because it was, even though I love a lot of things that happened yesterday. I left it going like, what the freak did I just watch?
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm
Absolutely.
curious. I'm so excited to see where this leads. But as a one-time viewing experience, I thought yesterday was a bit off in many different ways.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Bailey says you're 100% right, Jamar. Let's see, Powerhouse Hobbs out here looking weak, even though he is not. Yeah, I didn't. So I had higher expectations for what we actually got for that match. I thought we was gonna get a better performance from both of them, and I really thought about it after everything we've seen them do these past few weeks, and these guys constantly being in the ring. They're tired too. You're not
Mm.
gonna get them at their best all the time, and um, you know, Hobbs, I don't know if he really got injured. Do you remember like his knee? He kept holding onto his knee or leg or something like that. Um, Hopefully that's nothing, and he's just playing off of that for the match or whatever. But I didn't enjoy it. Didn't really care for it.
I think I would have preferred it if Hobbs was a bit more brutal in it. Like it would have been nice to see Hobbs just batter uh Moxley around. But then I know it would have worked because Moxley's playing a face right now. So you could have done like,
Mm-hmm.
just playing underneath a little bit, and then like come up towards the end. But I don't know. To me it wasn't the main event. Like it didn't. I know what they were trying to do. They featured it and everything. I personally feel they made a mistake. They showcased someone else's belt. Moxie's our guy, but they showcased someone else's belt in a main event where you have your world's champion right there. Like swerve this belt. This is the thing that is
Hmm.
like our the center of our world, not some other
Mm-hmm.
belt. Like don't do that to Swerve, man. Don't do that. I'm really
Yeah.
scared. I'm really scared. I feel like I worry it's going to be like acclaimed.
Oh, okay. Oh no, it better not be.
I don't feel like
I
Tony Khan
I
has the
wouldn't
best
want to
track
see
record.
that.
Yeah, with
I
stuff like
agree.
this.
I agree, but they're gonna have to do something different with Swerve for sure. Something different. Okay, let me see what she said. Okay, so she said Commander. We do not like Commander here. Like me trying to explain to my daughter earlier about Commander, I was just like, you know what? It's a long story. You're not gonna want to hear this. I was gonna bore her to death if I even went into it, and I would have probably went on a full on rant. Ballet say Hobbs' knee was hurt, but he couldn't defend Moxley punching his head like crazy. I was mad. Yeah, it's just I hear you on it. It's like Hobbs, a big dude. He's a great wrestler too, and I wouldn't say necessarily that he has like a similar style to Moxley, but a big dude like that should have been able to hold his weight against someone like Moxley, and it just felt so slow. And when it went out to the crowd, it was almost as if they didn't know
Oh,
what to
that crowd
do.
thing. Yeah,
Then,
yeah.
and that's the thing too. That venue, when they go out to the crowd, forget it.
That
It has like
was
a weird layout. The lights are never too bright so you can really see what's going on. Cameramen are always struggling to see what's going on. So they had to make it back to the ring not too long after being in the crowd. So I
in
don't
a
know.
very
Really
narrow
unfortunate.
walkway. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Yeah.
I'm I don't even think I remember like yesterday's match with the two of them. You know what I mean? Like it's like something that is just not in my brain.
Mm-hmm. And Bella says, Santi, don't like Commander. No, I don't. Surprise, surprise, he didn't win though. Not
That was
today.
a surprise, yeah. His
Big
Ring of Honor
surprise.
superpowers are diminished.
Oh my gosh. Crazy, crazy. Really interesting. We have other wrestling going on right now. I know TNA probably still on, I'm guessing.
Somebody asked about that a little earlier. They asked if you were going to do TNA because I think that was
If I
Robert.
do it, it would be reviews instead of live streams because obviously Ring of Honor comes on at the same time. Um Wrestling is there's a lot of wrestling going on. I wish I could cover it all, but I'm literally just one person. Can't can't do it. Can't do it.
So
Not I can't do it live. Like two wrestling shows back to back live probably would be a lot for me.
yeah, so it was Mr. Majestic. And
Yeah,
then
he's asked me that before because I do. So I've gotten a lot of requests for covering other wrestling. Another one that I get a lot asked a lot about is doing Stardom, and I think that would be interesting. Oh, Stardom and Women's of Wrestling too. I would love to cover more women's wrestling. I think it would be easier for me to do women's of wrestling because I can easily catch that. Stardom, not as easily. I can catch that. So I don't know. I do want to cover more for the women's and TNA. I'm interested in doing that too, but those would be reviews and not live.
I would do Women of Wrestling. I've that's a show that I've looked at. I think it's underserved, and it's a fun show. If anybody's not watching it, it's
Mhm.
really really fun.
Right. I mean,
So
so for people who don't know, you can definitely catch it on YouTube, but they're on TV as well. So I did catch it after Dark Side of the Ring on Tuesday. So that's a really good time for them to come on because wrestling fans are watching Dark Side of the Ring, and then right on after that they have Women's of Wrestling. That's a really great time to come on. I don't know what Dark Side of the Ring does in terms of ratings because it's not just wrestling fans who are watching, like current fans. It's a lot of old wrestling fans and anybody who wants to see any type of documentary style show are watching it then. So that's a really good slot for them to be on.
that's a good point. And even if it's a few 100,000, if Women of Wrestling is getting even a little bit of that, that's not bad.
Yeah, absolutely. But other than that, it comes on 2 a.m. in my area. So like if I'm not up, then I'm not gonna catch it. And then I'll just end up watching it from YouTube anyway.
Would you
So
be consider? Would you consider? And I would love to. Oh, but would you consider doing anything like I guess it would still be a review, like a live, but a watch along with like saying like an old DVD, like say it
oh
was
like an old pay-per-view or something.
mm.
Yeah, absolutely. I've thought about doing that. I don't know what I would start with though.
Oh, I would one thing. Since we're here, one thing that I've been looking at and workshopping is the Ring of Honor, they have DVD sets, or they were DVD sets. They're like 6 hour sets of matches, and they're usually around a certain period of time of wrestlers. And they
Mm-hmm.
have one for CM Punk, Tyler Black. There's one for AJ Styles, Danielson,
Samoa
oh,
Joe got to be on there.
actually, I didn't see one for Samoa Joe. Not that I can remember.
Oh, that's interesting.
Steen,
Oh,
Steen,
there we go.
Kevin Steen.
Kevin Steen.
Yeah. So like, there's a series of those, and I thought because when uh CM Punk is still he's still CM Punk, but anyway, when he was in the well, he's just CM Punk. So anything that is built around him is something that I think is will sell right now. And
Absolutely.
considering that it has like that series has like his second match, and I think the first match with Cole Cabana. Like it has a match, like one of the earliest matches is like CM Punk versus Cole Cabana. So there's like a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of things like within that that's like still relevant today, and I think
Mm-hmm.
would be pretty neat. But yeah,
I
and
feel you.
there's a bunch of different things. There's also they have like a series where they looked at Ring of Honor's like Young Guns, and who is it? The oh, we just talked about him. Um, Manila.
Which one?
Sorry, he's in. He fought Adam Copeland, and King Leo really likes him. And why am I blanking on his? He has that mane of hair. White guy.
Oh, Griff Garrison.
Thank you. What is going on? So yeah, Griff Garrison. Like there's like old episodes. I'm imagining these are when he first got into the industry.
Uh-huh.
Like just and Titus Rhett
Oh, he's
Titus.
good too. Red Titus. Mm-hmm.
They have him from when he first started out. I know of him because you've mentioned him. Like I remember we were watching something and you're like, "Oh yeah, that's Rhett," and I'm like, "I don't know who this guy is," but because you mentioned it, like is just stuck. And so when I saw him again, I was like, "Oh, that's the guy that Tati knows." And then
Mm-hmm.
like seeing like them talking about him, and I did a little like review, and like seeing his whole history is pretty much documented from like uh, being trained, I think, by CM Punk, and then being on the
Mm-hmm.
show for however long.
Yeah, absolutely. People will be surprised if you go way back to the beginning of Ring of Honor. You'd see a lot of familiar faces that you
Oh
see
wow!
scattered all over through pro wrestling. So, Ring of Honor was a really great starting place for many, many wrestlers. That's why I wish Tony Khan would, I guess, take it more seriously, if that makes sense. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's even like I one of the things that made me first interested in doing that was learning that what's that curmudgeon's name? But learning that someone who we all know was a booker of Ring of Honor, and
Mm-hmm.
he was someone who didn't like Steen, didn't like El Generico.
Mm-hmm. Sami Zayn. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Who's like who's the one that like riles against who calls Orange Cassidy pockets?
Pockets.
Or calls Moxley the plumber.
Now I'm lost.
He calls AEW an outlaw indie mud show.
Well, a lot of
Oh,
people say shit
Cornette.
like that.
Sorry, Cornette.
Oh, Cornette, let me tell you something. I'm actually waiting to hear. Okay, so Eric Bischoff did post something about how he felt about the show last night, which I'm going to watch once we're done here. I really want to hear what he has to say. So I just feel my thing with Eric Bischoff is Eric Bischoff is very critical of AEW, and he kind of comes off as if when he was in WCW that there was no issues, like he did everything perfectly, and that's not the case. at all. And every time he talks about what went wrong with WCW, his thing was the network, TBS, and him saying, well, you know what, I'm, pretty much trying to let Tony Khan know that he could be in the same situation like WCW was with that same network. And I'm like, okay, well, and that aspect I understand, but stop trying to make it seem like you did everything perfectly fine and things just didn't work out and that had nothing to do with you. That's a motherfucking lie. I don't think he wants to take accountability for being part of the things that were wrong with WCW. So now I think what he sees is I think he probably sees himself in Tony Khan, probably sees WCW in what AEW is in right now, and just thinks that, well, you know what, they might not succeed like how WCW didn't succeed. And that is possible. But like now you're just making your whole podcast, everything that you talk about, it's now all about AEW.
And it's the ultimate backseat driving. It's you had your chance, bro. You had your chance. Like,
Right.
and it's not like he only had the one chance. He had other chances as well. But
Mhm.
and that's similar to the Cornette thing where he speaks strongly, though people, when I was looking back at it, his time in Ring of Honor is kind of derided, similar to, well, it's just derided. Like, I guess for Bill Watts, for people from back when, like the idea of people who are still very intelligent, they have a very strong mind, but it's like the business has passed them by. Like they're all still hung up on. I think it was like Austin Aries or some wrestler that like Cornette really liked, but a lot of people
Mhm.
saw him as like a throwback to a style. Like if you like that old style, like yeah, he was the person. But considering the taste and what was going on and what Ring of Honor is, if you consider like the stars that went through it,
Yeah.
like he kind of, people seem to think he was an intelligent person, very strong mind, but like he was just the wrong fit, wrong person, wrong character for what Ring of Honor was at that particular time.
Mhm. I agree.
It's got to be hard though, when you feel very strongly, you have all this knowledge, but then the world is passing you by. It
Mhm.
it can't be easy. And then what do you do to be relevant? And some people have found being angry and just being nasty and negative like sells on YouTube, and so they're making a cotton house out of it.
Mhm. I hear you. Yeah. Well, we pretty much got through all the comments, I think so. You guys know how it is on Thursdays, a slow night. But we will be back on Saturday. If you'd like to join me, you can come back over, Jamar. We can do Collision and Rampage. Now, I'm not 100% sure what time that will come on because it's after the playoffs,
Yes.
so there's no actual like definite time. But we'll get Collision and Rampage after that. I will be posting a link to a all female panel that I'm going to be on Saturday, so you guys can watch us live. So I'll post that on the community tab, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. Other than that, we will see you guys on Saturday. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.